Welcome back to Two Daddies, Judging Baddies, the number one Reddit podcast in the world, according to my mom.
Your mom doesn't listen.
She does not. She prefers Two Hot Takes.
She doesn't even, I was going to say she didn't know what podcasts were, but.
I made all that up. She loves everybody else but us. Says we talk too much and we don't add relevant comments. So, thanks, Mom.
That was a pretty hot episode of Mike and Dylan Hate Drama yesterday.
That was, yeah, damn. We, once again, Mike quitting smoking. I'm able to just enjoy the conversation. I'm a little bit out of breath right now because me and Dylan just did like a power walk around downtown Lexington.
For having little legs, I walk pretty quick.
Yeah, my shins was hurting at one point.
Burning.
But that's because I worked out yesterday, then went to the park and played volleyball. And literally, I'm sitting there, I'm diving in sand. They have a great volleyball net down
in Salisbury?
There. No, in Lexington.
At what park?
So, right there where you turn at Archdale Barbecue?
Archdale Barbecue.
Or not Archdale Barbecue, Lexington Barbecue. I don't know why I said Archdale Barbecue. I think I'm in Archdale.
Which one's Lexington Barbecue? Is that
right off of 85? It's right off of 85 as you're heading to like Walmart Express.
Okay, yeah.
So the exit, like right after Walmart Express, where it's Lexington Barbecue. Mm-hmm. If you turn,
that's
make
coming
that
back into town, right?
Right. If you make that right there, there's that park and they have a volleyball net. You can see it off the highway.
I've never seen that one.
They have a volleyball net though. Okay, that's all that matters.
Well, you just got to tell me where it's at.
And I hit the ball, and if it landed right next to my daughter, she would not even try, or she'd try to like one hand it. And I'm like, you're gonna hyperextend your arm. Literally, the next serve, she hyperextends her arm. But me, I'm out there, I'm diving for it, like trying to pop it in the air and shit, and putting in work. And I was 20 minutes in, I'm dying. I can't breathe. I'm still fat. I may have quit smoking, but I'm still fat. And she's just like,
I quit smoking like a week ago. So
right. I wonder how long it takes to like get your lungs back.
I think it's a couple months. Like, I mean, you're definitely improving. Like, it's very rapidly, but it's one of those things where it takes 6-8 months before you start getting back to normal. And then from there, I think it's a couple years, and then you're like you never smoked before.
We're all excited for it. Right now, me and Dylan are doing a little bit of catch up. I got an infection on my face, and it's spring break for my kids. 2 of them. One of them does not have spring break because it's closer to Easter, which I remember spring break being. So
that's when it's supposed to be.
All right. So instead of thematic episodes, me and Dylan are just picking like the best episodes we've seen just on Reddit. Like when we're scrolling through Reddit and looking at Reddit, and just good conversation pieces. Okay.
And so Mike's picking his stories and I'm picking mine, and we get to then judge them baddies afterwards.
That'd be so funny if I read a story and you're just like, all right, well, I got to take that one out because I had that story also.
Could happen.
Two daddies. Judging baddies.
Time I fucked up by not knocking on my own front door.
Did you catch her cheating?
With a 15-year-old boy in the house, my husband and I have grown used to the knock, knock, laptop screen slam, just a minute, scramble, scramble. Okay, dance. We have grown used to silently replenishing his room with tissues almost daily.
Jesus.
He is very active.
That's some serious work. Like a box of tissues is like a lot of tissues.
He beating that thing a lot.
Using like a whole thing of Jergens too.
Yeah. We have grown used to herding the 2 younger ones downstairs to the downstairs bathroom while they wonder why their brother is taking so long in the shower. We have even grown used to the occasional tightly bundled sheets or towels in the laundry hamper with a sticky note on top reading, wash separately. It's just a fucking sheet. You can smack it against something and it shatters.
That kid is like active.
Just nutting on everything. We did not anticipate that the minute everyone else was out of the house, the living room would become fair game. Having driven halfway down the block without my phone, I decided to just walk back to my house because parking in my weird driveway takes more time than the walk. I unlocked and opened the front door in the span of a couple seconds. This was my mistake. How could I be so careless as to expect to be able to just open my own front door? What was I thinking? I should have knocked. I should have pointedly jangled my keys for 30 seconds before unlocking the door. I should have worn a cowbell. Anything to prevent me from seeing my darling offspring, my beautiful baby boy, my only son, pants down, humping the couch through a strategically placed towel.
Is this JD Vance?
Why? I did. All right. Yeah. JD's like, no, I made a hole in the couch and fuck that. I didn't fucking put a towel between the cushions.
What the fuck? Like, that cannot feel good. Like, I know a little bit of friction is what's needed to like, but fabric, I've never been like, you know what? Let me rub a towel.
Let me rub
with my
sandpaper
dick.
on my dick. Yeah. Let me get carpet burn on my fucking junk.
The second that he touches a vagina with his dick, he's gonna be like, "Oh, that was nothing. Like,
Right. Yeah. This is very like, there's no feeling here.
I need some more.
Yeah. There's no feeling here.
I need the rug burn action.
Can I stick a towel in your pussy, please?
Maybe just a washcloth.
Right. I have destroyed all the nerves. There's no more nerves on my dick. How do you come back from that as a parent?
I mean, you just move. Like, I mean, it's probably a conversation. Hey, don't do that in the fucking living room, you animal.
Don't fuck the couch, dog. Like,
You don't want to grow up to be the vice president.
I'd be so disappointed. I'd be like, what did I do? How did I go wrong? Fuck. The couch?
I mean, at least like he's not doing something super weird. But yeah, the couch is definitely, you're going into strange territory.
Yeah, at least it's not the dog. I mean, at least we're not in illegal territory.
Yeah.
Fuck me.
I mean, with that though, like it's a conversation like, hey, bud, keep it to your bedroom. And I guess the shower. But like, quit fucking up your sheets like that too.
Yeah. And also, don't poke any holes in your mattress, please. Also, I now have to hide the coconuts.
Yeah, and don't come on the wall.
Yeah, don't have a cum wall. Please just dispose of it properly.
That is not like a black hole where it just disappears. Just
Some of mine are funny. Some of mine are just like, damn. But they're all like, what?
am I the asshole? Peed standing up in a traffic jam. Throwaway. I, 26 female. Boyfriend is 25 male. We got stuck in an insane traffic jam. Boyfriend was driving. We were at a standstill. Found out later on they had closed the highway. I had to pee really bad. Like bad. 3 bads. So, you know.
Super bad, yeah.
About how much you had to pee at the last episode of Mike and Dylan Hate Trauma.
I had to piss so bad. We were 2 hours into the episode. I'm just like, I gotta go, dude.
All right. I saw a couple of guys had run to the side of the road to pee, and I decided to do the same. It was super open with a few bushes.
This is why I gotta pee so much. Right here.
It was super open with a few bushes by the side of the road. Really not much cover. I have a stand to pee device in my car, but when I grabbed
That's weird.
it, my boyfriend got all weird. Why is that weird?
A stand-up-pee device where it just hooks onto the pussy and then.
I mean, it doesn't hook on. You just set it on.
I'm not gonna say pussy for the rest of this episode because
No, you'll say it about 100 more times.
No, I'm gonna say vagina or something like that.
Vagine.
Vagina.
You think they're weird?
Well, it's not weird. So I don't know why, but I've been in the car plenty of times where a woman had to use the bathroom and it's just like, all right, hover over this cup, girl.
Yeah. But so the boyfriend got all weird. He said people would see me pee standing up and think I was trans.
Who knows you in a traffic jam? Who cares?
That's the big thing. Like it's a busy highway. Who like are you gonna see your neighbor right there? And like
I'm just saying it's weird because I want to hold the cup.
how am I gonna drink it if you do
Right,
it off the
yeah.
side of the road over there?
It's not even
I can't dump it on
nourishing
me.
the bushes. It's detrimental to the grass.
All right. I said no one would think that. Plenty of women have pee funnels, and that also I didn't care. I have no beef with trans people. He said I should squat just to put his mind at ease. I said I didn't want to get my butt and cooch out on the highway in front of everyone or get pee on my shoes, and I just wanted to be quick and clean. He said he didn't want people to look at the girl he was dating and think she was trans and that I should squat like girls do. I'm dying by this point. I finally couldn't hold it anymore, and I really didn't want to show the world my butt, so I ran to the side of the road and slipped the device into my jeans and just peed standing up with my back to traffic. No one could see anything. It just slides through the zipper. But I guess maybe if someone was looking, they would be confused. When I got back to the car, my boyfriend wouldn't talk to me. He says I disrespected his feelings, but it was 100% an emergency. Am I the asshole?
I think pee funnels are just weird because it just breaks. You know what I'm saying? It breaks like the normalcy of a guy's brain. I'm not going to be that affected if my wife has one to pee when there's traffic.
I think it's like super cool thing that a woman doesn't have to literally
Right.
pants around ankles, squat, try not to pee on everything. Like, I think
It's a good invention. Like, I'm coming around to it now.
the only thing, a friend of mine's wife had one, and she said that it was hard to get all the pee out. So, like, it wasn't necessarily like a clean,
Break off.
fully finished thing. And so she had an issue with that. I don't know, because that was like the one and only person that I knew that had one. But I mean,
Yeah, she did say plenty of women had them, and I was like, I've never.
I think they do now, probably. I wouldn't. I doubt it's a majority of women, but
Imagine how liberating it would be going to a bathroom and you don't have to sit your ass on a fucking. Yeah, so see, I've come around to it. The fact that your boyfriend acted like that, though, you need to leave him.
Well, the fact that he's so scared about his masculinity that you might, random strangers, you know, none of these people might see you stand up and pee, think you're trans, and then judge him while you're sitting in traffic.
Right.
Like, he is so fragile.
I'm gonna remember that guy's face. I'm gonna remember that guy because he dates.
Ew, gross.
He dates a trans person.
And yeah, that they can't see.
Mike ain't got a fingernail. Sorry, guys.
So Amazeballs Trippin says, not the asshole. Your boyfriend should have preferred would have preferred for everyone to see your ass and vagina than have a random stranger think his girlfriend is trans. He would rather you expose yourself for his personal gain. Get a better boyfriend. And then, oh, you fancy, huh? Says, not the asshole. Next time, make hard eye contact and pee in the car as a show of dominance. So just pee right there on the seat for your boyfriend. Like, just psh.
Yeah, road trips, anything like that. Just like if a woman had a pee, they just pee in a cup.
Yeah, I've always stopped at the bathrooms, but I've never had a woman pee in a cup in a road trip. But they posted an update to all the commenters asking, yes, he is an ex-boyfriend now, and yes, there were other red flags. Ditched the man, kept the pee funnel. Gonna laugh at him every time I pee standing up.
I don't know. Maybe I just handle things in stride, like a good stride of pee. I remember we were stuck in traffic one day.
I think you got
my wife's like 6 months pregnant, and she's just like, I have to pee so bad, I'm gonna pee in a cup. And I'm just like, all right.
Yeah, I wouldn't have a problem with it. I've just never, no woman has decided to pee in a cup in the car with me. And women do have some like strong
streams, man.
Well, stream and then aroma. Like if my wife pees in the toilet and doesn't flush.
Do you have a kidney infection, girl? Like that's
well, she drinks like this much water in the whole day. I'm like, this should be within like an hour.
If I pee, I ain't even got to flush the toilet. It's still clear. I still flush it.
Yeah.
Women will just be like, nah, there's like 4 things of pee toilet paper in here.
We're trying to clog the toilet.
Yeah, daughter and wife, just like, I'm just like, just flush, guys. Just flush. The amount of water that you're saving is not
going to break the bank.
It's not going to break the bank. Plus, do y'all have kidney infections? Because what the fuck is this? Yeah. Wake up in the morning, you start peeing, you're just like, why is that me? No, and you look down, you see the toilet paper in there, and you're like, Jesus Christ, ladies, like, do something. Drink just a little bit of water.
Hydrate.
This is from True Off My Chest. I did save some of the subreddits that I got them off of. If it's from like a different one that we don't usually go off of. But it says, I have a secret that could ruin my family.
Bum, bum, bum.
I posted on Reddit before about the way my dad treats me because of my sexuality. He's extremely religious and very openly homophobic. Gay. A few years ago, I introduced my ex-boyfriend to my parents. For about 6 months, he would sometimes sleep over at my house. During that time, my dad would literally wake up in the middle of the night and walk to my room to make sure we weren't having sex. According to him, that was unacceptable under his roof because this is a Christian house. On my 18th birthday, my dad forced us to break up. He said I was an adult now and needed to get my life together, in quotation marks. And then he wouldn't have that kind of thing happen in his house. My ex and I stayed in contact for a while after that, but eventually we fought and stopped talking for almost a year. Later, I found out that he got into another relationship about a month after we split. Almost a year later, we reconnected. We talked things out and managed to stay friends. Every now and then, things would get a little more intimate between us, but it wasn't a relationship anymore. For a few months, he kept making this really messed up joke saying he sucked off my dad. Obviously, I got angry every time he said it. Just hearing that made me feel sick. After a while, I stopped reacting because I thought if I ignored it, he would drop the joke. About a month ago, he started saying he had a video of it. I didn't believe him and just brushed it off again. Eventually, he brought it up one more time, thinking it was just another stupid joke. I told him to send it. He actually did. He sent a one-time view video. I opened it fully expecting it to be something random or fake. It wasn't. I could clearly see my dad's bedroom, and I saw the tattoo on his arm, and my ex was wearing clothes I gave him one night when we stayed over. I have never felt that level of disgust in my life. Later that same day, my dad came home, and I could barely look at him without thinking about the video. I was enraged. All I could think about were the countless times he lectured me about being gay, forced me to go to church, or complained about shows I watched because they had gay characters. The thing is, I'm not even gay. I told him multiple times I was bi. Still kind of gay. But he'd always tell me, you can't be both. You can't be both. You're either gay or you're a man. You have to be a man to be gay. Yeah.
Which is it, Dad?
Yeah. What is it? And always made me furious. Now I see the hypocrite he has always been. And now I have nowhere to run. I'm just stuck with this information. I'm not looking for advice. Honestly, this is just something I need to process with a therapist. The whole situation is completely messed with my head. I don't even want to imagine how my mom would react if she ever found out. She would immediately find out.
Yeah.
I'm telling mom immediately. Like, I don't care if dad is gay. You know what I'm saying?
No.
But you ain't running my mom for a loop, and you ain't having my ex suck you off, dog. He only sucks me off. My big black box boyfriend ain't going after my dad. Fuck that shit. I really need to get this off my chest because keeping it a secret is killing me.
Yeah, you tell mom
Yeah.
immediately.
Absolutely. Like,
He cheated on your mom. And
he's a bigot.
criticizes you for being gay, but then had your boyfriend suck him off while
You
he
don't
was
get-
your boyfriend.
You don't get the best of both worlds. You don't get to be a bigot and then have your gay fantasy fucking play out. You only get to pick one.
Well, where's the excitement if he comes out, though?
Yeah. Then it's just gay.
It's gotta be
that's it.
taboo.
Yeah, it's got to be taboo for him. What if look, I mean, I guess I can respect a bigot, okay? You know what I'm saying? Just standing on your heel to die on. You know what I'm saying? Arrows coming at you. Everybody's saying you're wrong. Everybody's saying how horrible.
You really want somebody to suck that dick, but you're not going to do it.
No. If they are truly a bigot, I can't stand when you're only a bigot because you can't play the game. Because something about your family dynamic or whatever, how your dad raised you, you're scared about how people look at you. That's a whip right there.
Well, usually the bigots are the ones that kind of want to
9.9 times out of 10, I have not met the 10th yet. Yeah. I mean, usually it is.
Ew, that's gay. Ew,
There's a big bigot in my family. This one has not had anything gay come out, but I remember using their phone back in the day, and it was a whole lot of women who had penises on his phone. More than the amount I would be like a couple, I'd be like, all right, maybe this is just like he's checking it out. But he was deep. He had to go pages back to get some of these videos, and I'm just like, you know, I understand now why you're a bigot. But like, if you're just a bigot and like you are fighting for the things you believe in, sure, your values, whatever. But 9 times out of 10, when someone's that vehemently just against something, it's because they can't do it. You know what I'm saying? They want to do it so fucking bad that they hate themselves.
But what would Jesus think?
That's right. They're so indoctrinated in religion that they just can't put the penis in the butthole.
I bet boyfriend railed him out at some point too.
Absolutely. I don't think it just ended with the sucking off. All right. But we do have an update.
Ooh.
Hey everyone. Thank you all so much for the support. The fact that you guys are here makes me think more clearly about the situation. Keeping the secret was destroying me from the inside out. So again, thank you so much. I've also seen that some people still have doubts about the truthfulness of the story. Fuck all that shit. But I assure you that I poured my heart out while writing this, and I'm telling you the truth. I just wanted to clarify a few things that may have confused some of you. About the timeline, my ex-boyfriend and I were together until the end of 2022 until April 2023. After we broke up, we stopped talking for a while, but started talking again in 2024. The video was probably recorded in February of this year because that was the last time he came to my house. That's crazy. That it's not even like the ex is this fucked up about it that they're like, well, when they fall asleep, I'm gonna go suck off their dad. What a weird thing. About my father's eyesight, when he was 13, he lost his vision in one eye during a surgery due to toxoplasmosis.
Where was that brought up in the fucking story?
No clue. Then about 7 years ago, he had the same problem again. He could see a little bit, better in some places, but if the brightness stays too long in his eyes get tired and he can barely see again.
Did he think it was his wife sucking his dick or something like?
That's why he probably couldn't see the camera clearly.
Okay.
And it's also why he would enter my room in the middle of the night. As he describes it, he mostly sees blurs of light, but when something is well lit, he could sometimes make out a few details.
See, what Dad was trying to do was trying to catch him fucking. He
still ain't tell
wanted to
Mama,
see it.
though. I even looked up to see if he updated that. Didn't tell, just why leave Mom in the dark? It's like the story we had on MADHD about him having sex with his friend. He didn't know it was his friend's girlfriend. But then when he found out, he just still kept it a secret.
Tell him.
It's not a friend. It's not what a friend would do.
Yeah, that's not a good son to keep your mom.
WWAFD. What would a friend do? That's what you need to think about. What would a friend do?
Well, according to that story, they were just...
And think about what would Jesus do, too. You could think about that, just not when it comes to laws in America, because we have a so-called separation of church and state.
Nah, dog. I feel like this is a good one for this day and age.
No, we need God in the classrooms. Like, Christianity God, or are you trying to throw? I mean, it's the same God in, Muslim religion, same dude. It's Yahweh. But is the Quran going to be there? Well, no, dog. Well, God, separation of church and state, bud. There's so many religions.
No, just my religion is the protected one. All right. Am I the asshole for telling teenagers to shut the fuck up during a movie?
No.
I, mid-30s male, saw Scream 7 last night at a local independent cinema. A group of 4 to 5 teenage boys came in late and sat behind me. From the second they sat down, they were talking, and it didn't stop for most of the film. They weren't whispering either. It was full commentary and conversation. During the opening scene, a tense jump scare sequence, they were making inappropriate gulping noises and snickering. At first, I tried ignoring them, hoping they'd get bored and settle down. When it didn't stop about 20 to 30 minutes in the movie, I tried the usual nonverbal hints, looking back in their direction a few times. Without eye contact. Oh, well, that was a bitch move. You should have just looked directly at them and been like, come on, guys. Just hoping they'd get the message that they were bothering people. But they didn't stop. I didn't want to have to deal with it, but it was ruining the movie. So internally, I was practicing a polite way of saying, please be quiet. About 2/3 into the movie, there was an extremely climactic, quiet, intense scene. One of them was commenting nonstop. Like you shouldn't have been able to hear a pin drop, but one of them was performing a live analysis on the scene. That was the final straw, and I turned around and snapped, would you shut the fuck up? Jesus. That's a perfect handling.
Yes, right. I bet other people in the theater, like behind him and beside him,
Thank you.
yeah, thank you, God.
They went completely quiet after that and didn't talk for the rest of the movie. For context, I'm not someone who expects total silence in a cinema. I was reacting to the movie myself, gasping and laughing at moments. And I think normal reactions like this, or the occasional quiet whisper to a friend, are reasonable and part of the experience. What bothered me was the constant talking throughout the movie and what almost seemed like trolling behavior. I know swearing wasn't the best way to handle it, and I wished my tone was the polite and calm version I was rehearsing. So am I the asshole for how I handled it?
No.
So
Nothing drives me up a wall more than someone talking during a movie.
well, it just takes you out of it. Like when I'm watching Game of Thrones right now, and I swear my wife knows when I'm doing it. I'll be sitting over on the couch. She'll be on her computer doing something, and then my daughter will be watching something on the TV. And so I'm watching it, and anytime I hit play, she's like, oh, honey, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, pause. Because for her, she doesn't watch anything that like you can't miss a moment of. For her, she can just like let the TV go and
Text through it.
and 10 minutes later, she'll be like, oh, what just happened?
Right.
Like,
Scroll on her phone, be shopping and shit like that, and then ask me questions. And I'm just like, watch the movie.
if you watched it.
I can't stand when we just start a new movie and she's like, why are they doing? We're watching the same fucking thing. This is a new movie. Like, I know we're both getting the same
It's
amount of
gonna
information.
tell us later what this has context. No. But yeah, I can't stand movie theaters when people are like there is just a certain etiquette, and you should know the etiquette going to that place. You know that everybody doesn't want it. Like, and if you're whispering like this, like it's not a big deal. But if somebody is full on like just talking like they're right here at this podcast table and they're like, oh my God, look at what they just did. That's crazy. You know, what's probably going to happen is, no, shut the fuck
Whoa,
up.
you just got super loud.
Yeah. Did I?
Yeah, it got super loud when you did that.
That's you all the time.
So I think my favorite interaction during a movie was I took my daughter to go see Thanksgiving, and it's like this weird slasher movie. It's like gore porn though. Like I was not expecting that to happen. I thought it was just like a slasher movie, whatever. I checked to make sure, like, is there nudity? No, then she can usually watch it, okay? I don't want her to see like someone's arm getting snapped in half and like someone's like at one point the
So she
skin
didn't watch the Senator video that they just had? Or I mean the Marine versus Senator.
Oh, no. Yeah, I saw that. I didn't watch the video. I saw where he was anti-war and like the dude broke his
You didn't
arm.
watch the video? You watched
I'm
Charlie
not.
Kirk, but you didn't watch the fucking video of
I watched Charlie Kirk for the research purposes of someone went, Charlie Kirk got shot. If someone was like, Charlie Kirk got shot in the neck and like
Dead
his blood starts
instantly.
like fucking running out. And yeah, I did feel, and don't fucking take my words out of context. I did feel good when I watched that though, because not that Charlie Kirk got killed, because everybody else was like, well, he ain't dead. And I was like, in my
medical opinion.
medical opinion, he's dead. Like he did not survive that, because people would be like, well, it hasn't been confirmed. And it was like, I looked at the video on Twitter, I confirm it.
Well, you said Charlie Kirk just died. And I was like, what? And so I looked it up and I did not expect to see what I saw. No, you said that. And then I looked up,
Because everybody,
is Charlie Kirk dead? And none of the news people like committed to that he was dead. And then you're like, no, I saw the video. He's definitely dead. And then I watched the video and I was like, I agree.
yeah, because everybody I'd sent that to, they were like, well, he's still alive. And I was like, no. There's a video on Twitter. He's dead.
Yeah.
He had
Wow.
died.
But yeah, no, that one, and like this is the craziest thing with where we're at in society right now is like all the bootlickers are like, that Marine isn't a real Marine, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, what the fuck? Like they snapped.
But I'm a real Marine, even though I never served in the Army because I couldn't, because, I didn't want to because it's scary. But now I can act like I'm very militant.
They snapped that motherfucker's arm. He did not even flinch, whimper, say anything. Like they were pulling him with a broken fucking arm and he didn't say shit. And I was like, but then, yeah, seeing all, and like these are like some of the kids that I grew up with. And I'm just like, bro, you failed like social studies. And like
PE, you felt PE, dog.
You failed like all your classes. And now you're going to give me a dissertation on why this person that literally devoted their life to this job and they're saying, hey, this is wrong. You're going to tell me why they are wrong when that's literally their job. That's their job and they are committed to it. But they're saying like, hey, we're fucking up. They should have the right to say, hey, we're fucking up without you being like, oh, break the laws, you get what you get. And like that senator was in there. Like, no, the senator is not a big tough guy. Like there's security there. They can handle him. They didn't need your fucking help. You should face consequences for breaking somebody's arm.
Right.
In the process of, like, that's not your job. Your job is to be there and vote on laws. You're not the security force. If you interact in that, you then face punishments for that.
I'm a man that enjoys good irony. I'm sorry, but I did not know who Charlie Kirk was. Okay. I was not well versed on. I'd seen him before. Like I'd seen like a debate video just scrolling on like, YouTube shorts or whatever. I didn't know who he was. So he gets killed. And when I Google him, the first thing that pops up is in order to keep the Second Amendment, there's going to have to be sacrifices. People are going to get killed. And I'm just like, I'm sorry. I'm a comedian. Like, it's pretty ironic.
Yeah.
God. But anyways, to the original thing, but we're watching that movie and like a shopping cart peels back like this woman's skin and then like her ankle snaps in half. And this young guy, he's just like, oh, I don't want to watch this. Let's leave. So they stand up, and I guess it was like his dad because it's a much older guy. He points down to my daughter, and he's like, this little girl can watch this movie, but you can't. We got to leave because is this too much for you? But that little girl can watch. And then he goes, I don't think I would bring a little girl to this movie. And I was like, I wouldn't either if I knew it was this bad.
That's what the dad said?
Yeah. He's just like, I let him get away with the snark. I didn't even care. Because once I saw that, I was like, oh, This is a little bit much.
So Legal Western commented, telling loud assholes to shut the fuck up in movie theaters how I was raised and was the norm for my entire life until what seems like the last 10 years or so ago when everybody has regressed socially and has no clue how to behave in public anymore. Not the asshole, everyone should do this. And then Perrier Caster says, you say, quote, would you shut the fuck up? And they shut the fuck up. Problem solved. Not the asshole.
Right. That's you just solved a problem that everybody in that movie theater.
And you shouldn't have waited till 2/3 way through the movie. You just politely say, hey, shut the fuck up. We're all watching this movie. We all paid for it.
If you do it at the beginning, that will shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
I am always of the, I'll turn around and be like, hey man, we're trying to enjoy a movie. Hey guys, we're trying to enjoy a movie. And usually people are just like, oh, my bad. You know what I'm saying? No one really fucking creates a fuss about it.
Yeah, and if you didn't let it go on for 2/3 of the movie, you wouldn't have said, hey, shut the fuck up. You would have said, hey, could you keep it down? We're all trying to enjoy this. We paid for a ticket. You paid for a ticket. We're not interrupting your time. You don't interrupt ours.
Right. Yeah, everybody paid to be here. All right, so we're going to do a viewer submission. And this one is from Paul.
Wow.
Paul says, how my dog became Lazarus. So this dog apparently died and then Jesus brought it back to life.
The resurrection of the pup.
This is the resurrection of the pup. If you enjoy this podcast, by the way, you can get bonus episodes of this podcast by going to patreon.com/Mike and Dylan.
What's a bonus episode?
A bonus episode is where we pick out something like this week. We are doing a horror story that I like and I found very, very creepy. So I was like, that would be really cool to read on the bonus episode.
And it's a nice long one, 14 pages worth.
It is a nice long one. Also, Trinity is trying to talk us into doing friendship bracelets for some of the Patreons. And me and Dylan.
You throw those out and then you're like, we're going to do this. And then
I do. And then I'm just like, that'll be a lot. But we
forget about it immediately afterwards, though. You did not remember friendship bracelets until she brought it back up.
If people remind me, if someone's like, hey, Mike, you said this, my brain can be like, then I need to do that. But I will forget about something. I got a lot on my plate, guys. You see how fat I am.
We're supposed to be doing skits right now. You promised that like a month ago.
I'm doing the Gabe. Yeah, I'm doing the Gabe and Tony things right now. I am doing pretty well on that. So I will bring more to the Patreon as we go. But if people remind me, I'm usually pretty on it. A few years ago, my girlfriend and I got a puppy, a soft-coated Wheaton Terrier. If you don't know what that is, Google it. You have phones. They are great dogs, friendly to kids, and very loyal. Just take your word on it. Dogs are dogs. Dog.
It's a dog.
Yes, yeah. It's a dog. This is it. What are them Russian dogs that like fuck people up? Cane Corsos? Yeah. Fuck that. They'll be like, they'll kill the owner. I don't give a fuck.
One of the guys I worked with had one of those, and it was literally like a 200 and some pound dog. And I was like, that is too much dog.
Way too much dog. Like, I'm not, like, if something happens and my dog suddenly views me as an enemy, I don't want there to be a fight for my life.
Or just a snack.
Right.
They're a little hungry. They're feeling a little peckish.
I grabbed Theo last night and I was like, boy, a pit bull would have a field day with you, buddy. You're so adorable. He's got little headphones on. He's so cute. He had just used the bathroom, so his shirt was tucked into his pants. And he looked adorable. I picked him up. I was like, boy, a pit bull would love to. Cute one like him. Oh my God. They love the cute ones too, man. If you're like, well, I got a pit bull and they never attack my kids. Your kids are ugly. Pit bull community fucking hates me, dude. They do. They fucking hate me. Oh God. My videos have been shared around there, little things, and I think I get a kill yourself every day.
Oh, really?
Yeah, from the pit bull community. I get messages all the time of, hey, I saw this video where you talk shit about pit bulls. I just want you to know you can fucking die. I was like, I bet you are the person that raises good dogs.
I will die eventually, but
right, yeah,
probably from a pit bull attack.
Yeah, probably from a pit bull attack. Trying to save my little child from a pit bull attack. I'll probably pass away in that. Well, about 6 months ago, my girlfriend went on vacation with her family. I wasn't able to go, so I stayed home with Maggie. After a few days, Maggie seemed to be lethargic and wouldn't eat. I called my girlfriend and asked if I should take her to the vet. Me being the cheapest man on earth, I decided to wait until the next day. Well, the next day, she was just lying around not eating again. I even made her eggs. I thought she was just missing her mom, but no. So now I'm upset because I've obviously murdered my dog because I'm super cheap. So I Googled and found a 24-hour vet place, which I will not name. The only time they had anything available was at like 11 p.m. So I paced all day and tried to keep her to drink water and eat. But obviously, we need a pop filter because I just peed so hard in that mic.
That is a pop filter.
I peed so hard I went past the pop filter.
And then there's another one inside the mic. There's 2 on this microphone.
I peed so hard.
Directly into it.
And just pop right by 2 oh my God.
2 pop filters.
We get to the vet. They take us back and informed us that they can keep her overnight and the vet will see her when she comes in the morning. So I went home and couldn't sleep because my dog's dead and I killed it. My girlfriend is obviously going to leave me. I killed her on my girlfriend's family vacation, so I finally got to sleep around 2 or 3 a.m. The ER vet called me at 7 a.m. and told me to come in. So I went in. They sat me down and told me Maggie is fine, but she has acute kidney disease. It's not terminal, and she can live a long, healthy life with diet and exercise. I was so relieved, and they let me into the room, said they were going to get my dog. After about 10 minutes, a nurse walked in carrying my dog in a blanket. She said, "Here's Maggie," and laid her on the table. I looked at her and asked if she was sleeping. The nurse looked at me like the biggest idiot in the world and said, "No, she's dead."
Imagine that, dude.
God damn.
Just like, oh no, she's fine. Here's this dead dog.
Yeah, here's your dead dog. I instantly sleep deprived cried and said I killed my puppy and I knew it. She backed out of the room and shut the door, leaving me with the dead dog for 10 fucking minutes. So as I'm sitting there, after I gained my composure, I started looking over this dog wrapped in a blanket. As I get closer to it, the color is off. I throw the blanket open and look down, and an obviously dead dog was not my dog. So I cover it up and I'm about to leave and yell at someone. 3 nurses come in. One grabs the dead dog and another has my very much alive dog on a leash. Maggie runs to me very happy and all the nurses leave me in the room.
Imagine
there's another family though that is just like, yeah, your dog.
Here's
just,
your dog.
Yeah, it's fucking happy. And they're like, that's not my dog. Oh.
The other dog.
Yeah, that one died. There's no happy ending. I died. I'm in heaven now. That's my favorite video. I sat for a few minutes. I got up and walked out. As I'm leaving, every vet nurse has come out and apologized to me. I get to the front desk and look at the receptionist and say, "You know I'm not paying, right?" She didn't even answer, so we walked out the door and got to the car, and I've occasionally called her Lazarus since. We have another dog that's a dumbass and ran away when we were on vacation, and we had to hire a guy with a drone, but that's for another story. That's a good use for drones, looking for people.
That's such a wild roller coaster ride to like be like, your dog's fine. Your dog's dead. Your dog's fine. And then the whole time.
Dead fine. That's literally how it went.
With, you are the one responsible for it. Your girlfriend's away. You think you killed the dog. Then you find out that she's fine. And then you get a dead dog delivered on the table. So then you're back to like, fuck, I killed this dog. My girlfriend, blah, blah, blah. Gonna be so sad. I'm sad, blah, blah, blah. And then back to, here's your happy puppy. I love the I'm not going to pay, right? That's golden right there. Because that is a fucked up thing that you literally go in there, your dog's fine, and then they bring you a dead dog.
We are going to fuck with your emotions, sir. We're going to but like I said, the other family, they're even more fucked.
That's if they did that at the same time, if the other family was there and they're just like, okay, here's the 2 dogs. Yours is alive. Yours is dead. Whoops, we mixed those up.
That shit award shows do so people will fucking watch it when they mix up the winner and they're like, oh my God, we're so sorry. This clip is going to go super viral. Please watch this so we can
you believe
get all these people.
That
yeah, all that shit. The BAFTA incident where the guy with Tourette's yelled out the N-word.
The Will Smith
slap. All that stuff is to get you to go watch that clip and be like, man, the Oscars or whatever show is something that I need to see. So you will watch all the big budget movies that nobody is going to see right now because they've priced everybody out of everything and everything's a fucking rehash of something that you've already seen. That's so they do that to get you into, but people will be like, well, we're just going to argue over this and make this the top story. And then people fall right into it, man.
I don't think I've ever watched an award show.
I haven't either. I don't care that Will Smith slapped somebody. I'm not going to watch the next Oscars.
I mean, I'll watch the clip.
Yeah.
I'm not going to watch.
Keep my wife's name out your fucking mouth. I'll tell you why, quit fucking everybody, bud. Yeah. And then maybe people, he didn't even say that. He made a G.I. Jane joke.
Wasn't she damn near a fucking pedophile with that too?
Yeah. I mean, it's just weird people. And I mean, all the stories about Will Smith allegedly, tried to get, what was it, Burt Kushner to go to like this movie theater. And some other comedian was like, don't go there because you're going to see Will Smith getting bootied out or he's going to try to booty you out.
Really?
Yeah.
I've never heard
just crazy shit. And then now, because of so much has happened with Diddy and fucking Epstein, Weinstein, all this shit, I'm just like, dog, like we're sitting here making a movie. How long until we got to suck a dick, dude?
Or how long till we convince other dudes to suck our dicks?
That's a power play, though. Look, out of all these weird predators,
Diddy.
I respect Diddy a little bit because that's dudes. Like he is, like the sex trafficking stuff with his girlfriend, all that stuff. Obviously, he deserves to be
the
in
shit out of her too.
Yeah,
right?
he deserves to be in prison for the rest of his life. But then when he's like taking these gangsters and being like, I'm gonna blow your butthole out. Respect, dog. It's not a kid. It's not a woman. It's another grown ass dude who could be like, I could fight my way out of this situation, but I like money.
It's just a sign of dominance. It's like when you see two boy dogs and one's like, no, I'm gonna fuck you.
Yeah. The other boy dog is just like,
No.
$200 million? Like what? What? That much? I can make that much?
3 records for this much money.
God, I don't know, man. It's what
are people
such a
listening
fucked
to?
up, the entertainment industry is so fucked up, and I'm just like, I want to make a movie so bad, and all these people are just like the worst people on earth get to do it.
Do you know?
And they're so bankrupt of ideas that we're getting the Scary Movie 9000s, the Scream 7s, and everybody. They're playing on nostalgia factor right now to get people into movie theaters. Like that's why you're seeing all these old series come back.
Well, I mean, Scream was like a revamp of, nostalgia of.
Well, the last one
Halloween
did
and
really
all that
well,
stuff.
and then apparently this one was dog shit. Like that's what everybody's saying. Because I was like, oh, maybe I'll go watch it, and then everybody's like, you'll waste your money going to go see it. And
Well, I think with streaming, all of them are worth a watch. They're not worth a movie ticket.
oh yeah, if I could throw it on in my house for fucking $3, I'll watch it. Man, I mean, it can be dog shit. I might make it. What was it? I made it halfway through, and then The Lost Bus with Matthew McConaughey. In theory, is a good movie. Okay, if you're like talking about a school bus driver who gets a bunch of kids and drives through it's a real life story. In action, it is a 2-hour movie of a guy in a school bus stuck in traffic going, which way should I go to avoid this fire? And I was like, fuck. I love me some Matthew McConaughey. Him and the Timothy Chalamet thing's fucking hilarious. Because you could see him going, you fucking up, kid.
Oh, by talking shit about the ballet.
Yeah, and he's just like, he's looking at him. He's like, and then Timothy would go, well, but I'm not trying to disrespect anybody. And just Matthew McConaughey's just, sad dad, you fucking up your life, kid. Like, what are you doing? Because he's just punching down. I put Timothy Chalamet more in the dumb kid, dumb young guy situation.
Well, I mean, what he said wasn't completely out of pocket. Like there is definitely an audience for musicals and ballet and all that stuff. But, wanting to be a movie star, yeah, they are two totally different paths. Like, I mean, there's some amazingly talented, like, fucking orchestra players. How many people are going to see your stuff versus you going out and doing a solo project? Probably not that many. Like,
but at the end of the day, you are punching down, and it's a bad look. But
you punch down on like all podcasts, or I mean, not on podcasts, but you punch down on like all creative, like shows, movies, all this stuff.
That's not punching down. They're way above me. I am down here. They're up here. I'm punching up.
Yeah, but like, I mean, it's still taking another creative and then shitting upon them. Like you shit upon so many people rather than giving like constructive criticism. You're always like, this is the worst thing.
Give me
ever.
an instance.
Fucking Welcome to Derry, the Stranger Things.
That is
Game of
me
Thrones.
as a fan of something and investing my time in something, not being compensated for that time. That is not me taking, people who are in opera or people who are in ballet and doing their passion and stuff like that and being like, well, at least I didn't end up like that. You know what I'm saying? So it is a lot different than a multi-$100 million setups doing something that I don't like. Like there's constructive criticism, and then they're saying the whole army thing in Welcome to Derry that could have not been in there.
Yeah.
That's more constructive.
That's more constructive.
Me being happy about something and investing my time in something and then giving complete shit. I am a little bit emotional about it during that time. You're going to get there. He's season 6, episode 2 of Game of Thrones.
No, and like in all honesty, like you said, it's one of the best series ever. I don't necessarily like it's great. It's fantastic.
Right.
But it's so fucking slow and there's 17 different plot lines going on and you only get like, you forget about what the one person did until 3 episodes later when they're finally back. And it's like, this is so annoying that it takes fucking, what is it, 12 hours to get through what could be in a fucking 3-hour movie. But just because it's like, oh, now we're going to go to the fucking Black Castle.
Well, I
Black,
mean, I enjoyed the more
and we go there,
political cunningness of it. Like, that's why, like Tywin's one of my favorite characters. Not a lot of action, not a lot of killing, not a lot of adventures going on with Tywin, but it's just like the political aspect of it. I do like a build on that. So that's the difference between me and you. If I'm not getting that much action, I'm still fine. Like, as long as I am being intrigued, Yeah.
But they intrigue you, and then 3 episodes later, you actually get the resolve of that. Like,
well,
so
I think there's still more payoff in the like the dialogue of it. But still, that's not a punching down situation. A punching down situation would be me looking at a podcaster trying to make it and be like, your shit's garbage.
Yeah.
Then I'm going to apply some constructive criticism.
But the thing, like, where me and you disagree is, like, I see us being in that amphitheater with those people. Like, our goal is to make movies and stuff. And so you are shitting on colleagues for creative choices. And, like, that's where I disagree with you. Like, constructive criticism, like, if you want to pick apart Welcome to Derry and be like, this is where they kind of went wrong and this is the way that I think it should have went, is one thing. But then get, like, aggressively like, that was shit and blah, blah, blah. Like, you go hard on, like, just the shit talking side of things rather than being like, I don't think that was a wise choice, blah, 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 this way.
Right.
And so you I think, because I think we will get into that amphitheater and battle against them, I think that it is like going against other creatives and shitting upon them for their creative choices.
But that's not what punching down is.
I get it, but it's the same mentality as, like, you, especially because we've done nothing. So for you to then criticize people that are,
it makes me more, I think it sounds pretentious when I say something like that. But also, it's not, and not even pretentious, because pretentious is like acting like you know more about something. And I'm not doing that.
Yes, you are.
No, I'm not.
Yes, you are.
How am I acting like I know more about something?
You're acting like you would have wrote a better script and done a better thing than the people that did those.
I think you have a flawed view on when someone doesn't like the ending of something. If someone doesn't like the ending of something, or like in the case of Stranger Things or Game of Thrones, where they're rushing something, shitting something out, it's not that I'm saying, hey, your creative storytelling was not good. I'm saying, hey, you rushed something, it was shit. With Welcome to Derry, the whole military thing is not good. Like, it's not good. And we've seen time and time again where someone has presented, you can't do it once you have the whole season done. And I get that. But when you have multiple storylines in your thing that you could have just like left out and focused more on kind of like the, central figure that everybody's here to see, which is Pennywise. It's kind of like his story, his backstory, his lore and stuff like that. When you focus more so on what Charlotte's doing, what the military's doing, it's just not good. And I'm saying it's not good. I'm not saying I could have wrote something better. I'm saying that it's just not good. And it's also taken a majority of our time away from the kids who are out there building upon the lore of Pennywise and stuff like that.
But, like, I mean, a lot of those things are what drives.
I can say anybody can say as an audience, as a critic, as watching something, someone who has paid something.
Yes, but I don't think you aren't just an audience member. Like, you intend on creating these things yourself. So you aren't just the average Joe Schmo that's watching Welcome to Derry. You want to eventually create your own Welcome to Derry, not that specific story.
Right.
But you plan to get into that amphitheater and battle against these people. So you aren't just an average fan. You are somebody that plans to create those things. So I think you do have a different like level of accountability that you have to then live up to. Like, the fact that you want to do that and we haven't done that, like, we don't really have the foundation to stand on to say like, oh, that was shit, I would have done such a better job. Like, and that's a lot of times what you come from is like, this is how they should have wrote it, blah, 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 blah. You're not just a fan going through lore. You are somebody that wants to create your own series, create your own movies, do all this stuff. So you are not just a fan. So it's different when you say it versus somebody that has like a movie review.
Well, I mean, I am saying it as a fan when it comes to Welcome to Derry. Like, it's one of the fucking few books that I have read. Like, it's when you say, like, it's putting writing aside, like I don't care about that when I'm watching these shows and shit like that. Like I'm not sitting there from like a writer's point of view. I'm someone who's listening to a story. Then the whole time you're focusing on like something military. We've not gotten anything about, the fucking turtle or none of that stuff, the lore people want. Instead, we got this whole side thing of a guy.
Well, the lore that you want, but like they're the ones that have the rights to make whatever they want to make, and that it is a creative decision. And so that's where like I view it differently because they get to choose how they want to tell
Just
that story.
view me as a normal person. I'm not sitting here writing movies and stuff like that. View me as a normal person,
but
not liking a show that I've invested my time into.
Because when you talk about it, you shit upon it as somebody putting a story together. You don't shit upon it as
I have only shit upon things as a fan. As a fan.
No.
Yes.
All right, we digress and we continue.
I've never shit upon something in the eyes of I could do better than that.
Literally, you
Game of Thrones, they had the guy who has written to season 5 a perfect story, like a perfect show. You have that guy right there. And then you have 2 guys who are going to a separate project at season 8. They do not put their, the guy who has built that story, the perfect story. This is not me building that story. They have the perfect guy who has built a perfect story right there to finish this whole thing out. And they rush it because they have a Star Wars project that they have their eye on the prize with. Stranger Things, you have people there, writers there, who have built upon the perfect story. And because 2 guys are now signing a deal with Paramount Plus, there's a difference than, it's not me saying I could write better than that. It's saying these guys are dropping the ball because they have their eyes on a different prize.
Well, and that's, once again, you're putting yourself in their shoes. Like, what the hell happened behind the scenes. Like, you can look at it just straight up as like, this is how it went down. But as we've found out, like, one of the guys was going through a divorce. One of the writers left. So there are dynamics to this that have changed that don't necessarily allow you to operate at this level for this. And then like the lack of having the script fully done, and then they're shooting scenes trying to figure out where it's going to go. Like, and yes, you can say that they,
not having the script done in the longest amount of time it's taken a show to get from one season to the next. That's saying, hey, they dropped the ball on this. Like if I'm a factory worker and I'm going through a divorce, I have to show up each and every day and do my job. Yeah. If I don't do that job, I get fired. Like I understand people go through things, but once you've like signed on to do something, you do have to do it,
And they did it. They just didn't do it at the level that you think that they should.
That most people think.
Yeah, like I mean,
it's not just me, and none of these ideas have came from me. It's not my idea that I said, D&D fucking shit out season 8 so they could work on Star Wars. That's a documented thing that happened. I mean, Netflix made a documentary about 2 guys doing all this stuff. They're going to shoot the fucking 3rd episode, and the script's not even written.
Yeah,
like it's not me just coming up with these ideas. This is what's happened.
But we were not working on yes, there is this documentary, but like you can make any, like, and this is part of it is you go from pre-production, like script, pre-production into production, editing, and all those things are creative decisions, and things can go any which way. Like the fact that they didn't extend the fight scene, like that is, it's a dumb move on them and like, this is kind of what I've noticed with a lot of shows though, is it's like all this buildup because we're in season 5 and we're waiting for the White Walkers and all this crazy shit. It's literally been all that waiting for this craziness to happen and, waiting for the dragons and all this. And it's taken fucking 60, 70 hours to tell this story. And then it's going to be bloop done. Like that's part of what happens. And like some of the best shows that I ever watched or not best shows, like some of the worst shows the most lackluster finales is when like they took all this time to draw out this story and make this thing. And then it's like 20 minutes and then it's done. It's like, why the fuck did I watch 70 hours of pre-story, like just figuring out what's going to happen and then poop done. Like,
right.
So unfulfilling. And I think a lot of stories end up doing that. Like that's pretty much what Stranger Things did. Like it was all this cool buildup and then boop done. And it's a shitty thing to have, but they could have drug it out more, but it was a creative decision. And like I've seen a lot of shows do that where it's you invest like literally weeks of your life to watch this thing And then the last episode is like this lackluster, just, oh, here's the finale, done. And you don't feel fulfilled. And I've had more series do that to me than ones where I felt like at the end, like, that was a good wrap up. You did a good job. Like, the only one that I can really say is like Ozark. Ozark did a good job of, they didn't drag it for, 7-8 seasons. It was like 3 or 4 and done. Whereas all these other ones, they just continue to draw that story out, and then you feel like something.
Breaking Bad did a good job. I think they did a good job. I do think ending it with the Nazis is just kind of like we went from Gus Fring, who literally destroyed the cartel, to a couple of Nazis in a trailer park. Yeah,
some meth heads. Yeah,
right. But I feel like that was, when you think about it in the way that Vince Gilligan was. This should be a film podcast. Yeah, we need to get to the stories. But when you think about like Walter White's arc into Heisenberg, like he got to that pinnacle and then he went down. Like he had the downfall that fucking pretty much all the other drug lords in real life go through, of, he loses all the money and shit like that. And now he's fighting with lesser things because it all wasn't enough. So it kind of fits in pretty good. But yeah, we're going to get to, fuck me, that we just took it like a 20-minute tangent. We're sorry, guys.
Probably 30.
Hope you enjoyed it. Hope you enjoyed Dylan calling me pretentious, even though he needs to look at me as just a fan watching something.
You're not just a fan.
I am just, that's all I am, is just a fan watching a show.
When we have these conversations, you always act like you would do it better, and you tell me how you would do it better. And
with people that drop
say
the ball, yes. With
you will
people
say that it was
the
dog shit and be like, I could have done this better. And like, you do like to talk about yourself up here. And my thing is we've not done shit. So we have no room to talk about what we would do because we haven't done it. So once we start doing it, then, and like, I'm not that guy where I enjoy people bragging. I'm not a braggadocious person. I don't like it when other people do it. Like, there's one thing about confidence, but if you have to tell somebody that you're this, you're not that. And that's one thing with this topic, is you do talk like you can do this, but we ain't done shit. So
I don't think I've ever came across like that when talking about a show. I don't think I have.
We probably have tape of it.
I don't think we have tape of it. People can go back and look. If you don't find any instance of it, then Dylan made it up.
I made it up.
But I mean, I don't think I talk about it like a fan. Like, it's just, I'm not even saying I could do it better because I didn't create this story. Like, I did not, I could say, hey, I didn't write seasons 1 through 4. You can't say you would do a better job on season 5 if you didn't write seasons 1 through 4. I can understand that. I'm saying I invested my time in the story they told from seasons 1 through 4. Season 5, they fucked up. They rushed it and they delivered a shit product.
But see, if you didn't know any of the behind the scenes story, like you could still look at it and say that it was not fulfilling for you. However, in this day and age, you get all the backstory. You get to watch all the social media. You get to see a fucking documentary on, it should be like 10 years from now, we know what happened, what went wrong with Stranger Things. But the minute that it comes out, they have a documentary to then explain. And like, all this backstory that you really fucking shouldn't know.
Right.
You should judge the show 100% just on the show, not about the gossip and the shit that goes behind the scenes. But that's what everybody is into. They're more into that than they are the fucking show itself. Like, they want the drama. And that's why we have a podcast.
I don't care about the drama. I just care about my show wrapping up good.
Dude, you were on Reddit about, what was it called? The fucking something gate? The
Conformity Gate?
Conformity Gate. I
believe for a little bit, boy.
You were fucking hardcore. They're going to put in another episode. Like,
I thought it, man. I thought it.
So you can't say that you aren't into the gossip and the drama. Like, you were.
But that's different than two guys dropping the ball on something. I don't care about all that. What I'm talking about
is, it even came out, you were all in the gossip. You were all in the drama. You were talking about it. You were on Reddit looking through all the stuff that everybody was talking about. You were all in it. Like, you were in the gossip. You were in the drama. So you can't say you're not.
I mean, maybe I like the drama a little bit, but
you
still.
love it.
But still, we digress and we continue. We gotta get to these stories.
Am I overreacting? My husband's female friend sent him a picture of her in a bikini top along with other travel pictures.
Read that again.
Am I overreacting? My husband's female friend sent him a picture of her in a bikini top along with her other travel pictures.
I don't know.
My husband and I have been together for 4 years, but married for 1 year. Before we met, he's been friends with this girl he met at work probably 8 months to a year before knowing me. I met her a few times. Vibes weren't really there. First reason she gave me not to like her, she said to me, "We could have been best friends if I didn't meet your boyfriend first."
Yeah, no. Yeah, you got to punch this bitch. And it's not even like, look, we ain't even gotten to the story, but it's not like this has been a lifelong best friend. He met her 8 months before you.
And they work together. So
Yeah.
there's already a weird, like, you spend too much time with my boyfriend as it is.
Right.
Getting paid.
Right. It's just, you punch the bitch.
I didn't know what that comment was about. I told him about it, that she made me uncomfortable, and she's not a girl's girl. We got into an argument about it. He gaslights me, and we both came to the conclusion that we're not going to see eye to eye on this matter. Fast forward some years, he still
used way too much, man.
He still has her location. They text back and forth. She tells him...
Maybe he gaslit you. Okay.
They text back and forth. She tells him she's going to travel to Asia solo. Mind you, she has a boyfriend. I see him now and then checking her location, which I think is weird to do, because we don't even have each other's locations. He says it's weird when couples have each other's locations, that they're more prone to check up on each other more often. Question mark, question mark, question mark, exclamation mark, exclamation mark, exclamation mark. I don't understand the logic in that. Then he says she sent me some photos of her travels. He shows them to me, food pictures, hotel pictures, street pictures, etc., but stops real quick after the food pic, like he counted how many pics to stop at before scrolling some more. I know once I'm going to say what I did, some might say it's an invasion of privacy because my husband says it. After that night, he showed me those pics. I went in his phone the next day to look at the group of pictures she sent to him, and sure enough, there was a picture of her in a bikini top. I asked him about it, and said he said he didn't want to show me because he knew this was going to be my reaction. He said I was jealous.
Once again, it's not an invasion of privacy. If
you're being sketchy.
Right. If you have evidence that they're doing some fuckery, it's not an invasion of privacy.
If they're acting weird, if there's like telltale signs of like, this is sketchy.
Like if he has like the location of another woman that he met 8 months prior to you, and then stops before a raunchy photo of her. Yeah, you have, what is it? Not due process. Is it
reasonable suspicion?
Yeah, reasonable suspicion to, what do cops call it? Yeah. Reasonable suspicion to check the vehicle.
Well, and that's the thing though, is had she not then seen a bikini photo and knew that he stopped before the bikini, like the fact that you're hiding that, like if you just would have scrolled by and showed her the bikini picture, it's not sketchy and it's not weird. The fact that you kept some of them away from your wife, that's not husband shit. That's sketchy shit.
Also, there's a big difference, and I don't know what kind of bikini picture this is someone out in Asia, in Asia, outside with a bikini on versus in the bathroom with a bikini on. I don't know what kind of
selfies.
yeah.
Yeah, and it's if you're doing sketchy shit, then yes. Like if I was acting sketchy with my phone, like I did when I was in my 20s and was acting like a fuckboy, what I did there, I can 100% see why the girl I was dating would go through my phone.
Let me get a look at that phone. See what's going on here.
I mean, I used to get a text message because I was doing shady shit. I was talking to girls that I shouldn't have been. But like, I got a picture sent to me, and the girl I was dating at the time was sly as fuck because she was sitting right next to me while I was outside smoking a cigarette. Sent me a dirty photo, and then I checked my phone and I closed it immediately because I didn't realize she sent it to me. And so she just like caught me. And nothing ever came, or like it didn't come out at that point, but she was on to me.
Right.
And that's the thing, is I acted sketchy, so it makes it sketchy. If I wasn't doing anything sketchy, I wouldn't have anything to worry about or open up a dirty pic because I know it's from her. But since I was acting sketchy, I acted sketchy.
Right. Well, you got time invested into a relationship. If someone is seeming like you are wasting your fucking time, like they're going against your relationship with another person or whatever, drugs, whatever, yeah, it's within your full right to invade that privacy because this is your private life. Like
yes.
that, a relationship is your private life. You have the right then to be like, am I wasting my fucking time and looking at the phone?
Yeah, and I don't think it's any problem at all that she looked through that phone.
If you're just a man or woman who is just has no self-esteem and then you constantly think your spouse is cheating on you and you're going through, you don't have that right.
Especially you really think they're cheating on you because you just sucked a dick or ate a pussy the day before. And so you think they might be doing
so now
the
you're
same
projecting. Thing. Yeah, you're in the wrong completely.
All right. I told him jealousy and pissed off are two different things. And right now I am pissed off. In what world does a female friend send you a picture like that, knowing you're a married man? He always backs her up. He says maybe it wasn't ill-intended. I know her. She's my friend. I said, if it wasn't ill-intended, then why did you feel the need to hide it? He said he wanted to avoid conflict. Then he obviously knew it was wrong. It was a wrong thing. I told him that he needs to tell her she needs boundaries, and I know he needs it too. So I want to know, as a married woman, am I overreacting? We spend every day together, so there's no privacy, and we're married. What privacy? So we got some relevant comments. So what's your verdict?
Not
Not
the
overreacting.
asshole. Yeah. Obviously, he's cheating on you either physically or emotionally. So
Definitely emotionally.
absolutely,
Like guaranteed
emotional.
emotionally.
Yeah. Guaranteed emotional, maybe physical. If they're sharing locations, it's probably physical at this point.
It's so weird. Like I
I'm not sharing location with you, person that I want to be safe. I'm sharing locations with this other woman.
It's so, and like I understand why people do it. I don't do it, but I get the premise behind it. I think it's weird to like have tabs. Like if my wife was going somewhere and she wanted to share that just so that I knew where she was at, like she'll send me text messages like when she goes somewhere that says like, this is where I'm going. This is
Yeah,
when
she's
I'll
getting
get
that
there.
thing on Facebook Marketplace, and she's like, "This is the address in case I get murdered."
Yeah, exactly.
I would like to be there if you think you're going to get murdered.
Yeah.
At least maybe you get away while I get murdered. That's the fucking shittiest situation about being a guy, though, is if there's any situation to which people are dying, we're probably dying first.
Well, that's the valor that we have.
The valor. Yes, the valor.
All right. So Wolfgang says, I've been married for almost 9 years now. I would never hide or hesitate to show my wife a pic that a female friend has sent me. No friend of mine is going to make my wife feel uncomfortable. Respect is extremely important. If you don't respect my wife, then you don't respect me or my marriage, and we either have to have a serious conversation or I have no room for you in my life. Simple as that.
Good guy.
That's a good guy.
That's a good guy. That's a husband.
And then El Grande Americano says, I'm a married man, very happily and very secure. To me and to my wife, a bikini pic doesn't mean anything. Texting another person of the opposite sex doesn't mean anything. And hell, even location sharing probably wouldn't mean anything if we encountered it. But that is only because we both trust each other entirely too much to question the other's motives. We trust each other because when something that we do care about comes up, we put a stop to that behavior immediately. That is how we earned each other's trust. When your husband refuses to stop the behavior that irritates you, you have a right to be upset and question his motives, since his job is to put you first in all things.
Correct.
So I would say you are not overreacting. Well, especially when it comes to opposite sex things. Like if something between my wife and some guy, like if it makes me uncomfortable and we address it and then she completely dismisses me, that is not a respectful, like, so now I have a reason not to trust you because you are putting this other person in front of me. And the same thing, like, you know, joking and jabbing at each other is one thing, but if somebody actually addresses a real concern and you just blow it off, you are an asshole and you're not respecting and taking care
Correct.
of that person that you supposedly say you care about.
So, my sister's boyfriend beat her up and sent her to the hospital. My husband said she deserves it. Dylan, prejudgment.
Is this am I the asshole or what is this?
Relationship advice.
I mean, did she deserve it? That's the crux of the
What
thing. Right?
makes a deserved spouse beaten up?
Maybe she is the one that's prone to violence and, you know, fucked around and found out. She went to hitting him and then didn't expect him to hit her back.
What do you say about a guy walking in on his girl cheating? And he just fucking, I mean, haymakers, uppercuts.
Crime of passion.
Crime of passion. Okay. Okay. So, oof. My younger sister, 23, got beat up so badly by her boyfriend over some laundry and got taken to the hospital for a dislocated shoulder and a broken finger. My parents are filing a report with the police and are pushing to have her, hopefully, ex-boyfriend charged. My husband heard this, and his reaction was to lean back and say she deserved it and that she had it coming. Why? His excuse is that my sister is being babied by my parents and that she isn't fit to be in an adult relationship. Moreover, he said her boyfriend had probably hit his limit with her and basically treated him as if he was treated and basically treated him as if he was a victim of abuse. I was shocked to hear him say that, and quite frankly worried that he condoned and even justified such horrible behavior displayed by my sister's boyfriend. I couldn't sleep thinking about what he had said, especially after I asked if he would do what that guy did if he ever hit his limit to me, and his response was to just stare at me. I don't know. I'm just not comfortable with his stance on this situation, and I never expected him to say this.
Yeah, I don't think it's ever like if you are being like if violence is being inflicted on you as a man by your woman, I don't think it's right to escalate it to like hurting. If it's to protect yourself, restraining, whatever, that makes sense.
I couldn't hurt the woman I love like that.
No, but
Yeah.
like in that moment, like you could stop her from doing something probably pretty easily. But to actually inflict pain onto her, like that is such a
Dislocate her shoulder
weak.
and break her finger over a laundry incident. And then, I don't know, that's weak man shit anyways.
Yes.
But then to be the guy that's like, yeah, she was babied, that's why she got it. There's your sign.
Well, and probably he got home at 5 o'clock. By 5:15, dinner was not done. And then, his work pants that are his favorite work pants, he has other work pants, but his favorite work pants weren't clean for the next day. And, it just added up, and he can't handle that much stress. And so he had to put her in line.
Right. You think your mama and papa, they look so cute together, but you got to understand in the 50s, what he would send her through a loop if that goddamn dinner was not done. Everything's good now because she learned.
It's so wild that men actually feel
Compelled to hit a woman. That's the weirdest thing. What is it? Is it just like, is it rage? Is it someone weaker than you and you've never been able to like punch somebody? I think it's my thing of like, just getting my ass whooped because I was like, I'm going to fight somebody bigger than me, or I'm going to fight multiple people at one time, and just getting absolutely whooped upon, that I've never been in like around a woman and was like, I could punch this girl. Or they make me so angry that I'm like, I could punch this woman.
No, I've thrown some shit in like previous relationships. I've tried to deal with my anger in healthier ways. So like if I feel like I'm gonna like do something stupid, like just throw something, because I don't want my wife to be afraid of me. I don't want my kids to be afraid of me. I want them to know that they're always safe around me. And so like when I feel that urge to do something that could then make them feel like they're afraid for their safety, I walk out and I just go get some air, fucking calm myself down, and then I come back. But there's never been a time, like even when I had a girl that would like throw shit at me and try to hit me, like I never once even thought about doing anything back to her. But it's just,
Now, if you're a random bitch and you try to fight my wife, I'm going to uppercut you out of your sneakers.
well, yeah, but you're protecting your wife.
That's the woman I love.
You're
'Cause
protecting your wife. Like that's a different scenario.
guys love to be like, if your wife was getting jumped, if a woman tried to fight my wife one-on-one.
But still, you're not gonna beat the shit out of her like once she's
Once she's not fucking with my wife. Once
your
my
wife
wife's
is
safe.
safe.
Yeah.
You're not gonna sit there and like just pummel her.
Right.
Like
just take it too far. And your wife's just like, you get in the car and she was like, I was with you when you defended me.
Yeah.
When you sat there for the last 20 minutes and was
Kicking her in
headbutting
the
her.
stomach
Yeah,
and-
you was sitting on her and headbutting her. You lost me.
yeah.
Once she died and was clean, I was not on your side anymore.
And you kept like dragging her up and down the street. Like, I think you went a bit far.
when you took her back to her house and showed her kids what happened to mommy, I wasn't with you on that. Like, I was fearing for my life. I was like, you just grunted the whole time. I was protecting you. So there was an update. She's like, I read the comment about info being missing. I don't care about any of that shit. So about my husband. So my husband and I already have existent issues in our marriage.
Exitant.
She spelled that completely wrong. It started a few months ago, and I admit there's some build-up resentment on my part, and unfortunately, I'm starting to see things I couldn't see before in his behavior in general.
Yeah.
Once he's like, yeah, beat the fuck out of her over the laundry, leave, because that's going to be you. You're going to get the fuck beat out of you over something innocuous.
Yep.
We haven't talked since we had the conversation, and he's not even asking how my sister is. He was happy that she got beat up. If I heard one of my enemies that I just hate so much got the shit beat out, I'm not going to then check in on them. How are they doing? They die yet?
Well, and he proved that he did not care one bit by saying that she deserved to get beat up over some laundry.
Here's the best part. He says he's going through some stuff at work, and I'm pretty sure this isn't about work. I guarantee you they're still happily together. Or together. Might not be happy.
They're the on again, off again.
She'll leave him when she's fucking 49 years old. She'll want to be free, and people are just weird. If someone is that willing to hand you all the signs in the world and you still see it and you're like, what do I do with this?
I love them.
Yeah.
I love them.
Yeah, just stay with it. It'll probably get better. You know what I'm saying? What a wacky world we live in. I could have wrote their relationship better.
Am I the asshole for confusing? I was going into this, but I caught it.
I'll always disagree. Like, I will say, like, I don't know. I'm confident, but I try not to bring my confidence into something, especially if I haven't done said thing. I do relent that they wrote that story. D&D did not write that. That was a George R.R. Martin piece. You had a guy who had built a perfect story, who has a track record for building the perfect story. You dropped the ball
Great story.
on that. Right.
Perfect, not perfect. It's a great story.
Pretty fucking perfect. If your story is so good, I want to read the book, but I'm not doing it until he releases Wins a Winner and then the final fucking installment. I'm not going to do it. I don't think he's going to do it. I think HBO kind of fucking took his love out of the series. But if he comes out with those, I'm reading the books all the way through. Like, I'm not reading them audible. Somebody's going to read it to me like this. King of the North.
All right. Am I the asshole for confusing my 29 male girlfriend, 27 females, thong with another girl's?
What?
Am I the asshole for confusing my girlfriend's thong with another girl's?
Stupid. Probably. This sounds stupid.
Me, male 29, and my girlfriend, female 27, are in a long-distance relationship currently. She lives in Brazil right now, and I'm in America. We met when she was working over here on a work visa, then tried long distance when she moved back. We were off and on for a long time when she went back to Brazil because she didn't know if she wanted to leave Brazil and her family to move here with me. The longest we were broken up for was about 4 to 5 months. In that time frame, I had been with 2 other women. We got back together about 4 months ago because she made up her mind and decided she's willing to move here for me. She recently came to visit me over Valentine's Day for 3 days. I had just recently moved in to a new apartment. I had a plastic dresser I rarely ever used at my old apartment. It isn't big, and when I moved it, I just picked up the whole thing and carried it in. Didn't look in the drawers.
Hercules. I just picked it all up.
I remember at 29, you got to have real furniture, bro. Like, you give up the Tupperware or like the Rubbermaid plastic dressers by that point.
Yeah,
like,
once I was done with the air mattresses, dog, I made sure I had a bed.
Yeah.
I was done with that shit.
I mean, it could be on the floor, but like you used to at least have a mattress.
Yeah, it's going to be made of cotton and shit or whatever fucking mattress is made out of.
Foam nowadays. All right, I live in a studio apartment now and don't have a closet, so I'm starting to utilize it. When doing my laundry the other night, I opened up a drawer and saw a thong in there. My girlfriend was using some of my stuff to keep her clothes in, so there was no doubt in my mind that my girlfriend left her thong in there. I FaceTimed her the other night and brought it up and showed her the thong. Turns out, it's not hers. I would never cheat or do anything to hurt her. I love her way too much to ever think that. I hadn't looked in the drawers in so long, and I guess a girl had put her thong in there one time. My girlfriend is super upset now, thinking I might have cheated on her.
Why? What compels you to be like, hey, babe, you left your underwear at my house. How cute.
Yeah, why bring it up on FaceTime too? Like, and yeah, I mean, there's really no good way to do it though, because if it is hers and you just like toss it.
What a very throwaway thing on a FaceTime. You left your panties. Oh, my bad. Versus, that ain't mine.
What do you mean though? Like, for him to
even do it. Like, why? Why would you even do it? Why would that be a planned part of your FaceTime where you're going to have the thong and then show it on FaceTime? Like, what is the reward? What is the end game?
Well, I mean, maybe it was just an innocuous thing where he was like, do you want me to put these in your underwear drawer?
Yeah,
like,
sure.
I mean, it could be a nothing burger. Not like he's like, oh, you left it. Like, it could just be.
I don't know. I don't get it.
But she doesn't know whether to believe me or not on whether he cheated. I feel horrible, but at the same time, I know I haven't done anything to be unfaithful. She wants a week without speaking to me to gather her thoughts and figure out if she wants to continue our relationship or not. I understand her hurt and I hate it. I just feel helpless right now.
Some dude in Brazil got rode that night.
Well, she's in America right now.
Oh, okay. Is he in Brazil?
Or wait, maybe she's back. It said that she recently came to visit. Oh yeah, for 3 days. So yeah, she's back in Brazil. So yeah, she's getting dick down for the next week. All right. Rugby Cat says, let her calm down and remind her that if you were cheating, you would not have shown the thong to her. OP says exactly what I said. I was like, if I really cheated, why would I roll the dice on if this was your thong or not? Her comment was, because men are dumb. She's not wrong, though.
I mean, that's a good comeback.
Yeah.
That is a good comeback.
Well,
That's what a man would do. Yeah.
But then Kronkla Swarta, I don't know, but 99% sure you're not the asshole for dating when you two were on a 4 to 5 month break while in your 20s. However, I would need to see a picture of the girlfriend or one of the girls you dated in a thong to be 100% sure.
Yeah, I don't know what he thought would come of that. Like,
yeah. If she's back in Brazil, you just leave it. Like, honestly, if she's back in Brazil, that is when you throw away that thong. If there's any chance that it is not hers, you do not be like, oh, you forgot your thong.
Yeah, look at this. You want to put this in the underwear? No, you just don't bring it up. Yeah, there you go. Whose is it? Oh, that's not hers. Okay. Time I fucked up by trying to surprise my wife for her birthday and almost getting divorced. I'll admit, I haven't been the most attentive husband lately. My wife told me I needed to make more of an effort in our relationship or we would have problems. That sounds threatening.
Yeah, she's gonna beat your ass.
Yeah. You fucking make more time. I'm gonna fuck you up. I've tried really hard to invest in our relationship ever since finding out my wife is not feeling as happy as she should be. The fuck up happened last week. My wife's birthday was coming up. I decided to go big. My wife absolutely loves surprises, so I decided to surprise her with a romantic night and lots of flowers and presents. She had to go to work in the morning of her birthday, and I had the day off. A lot of time to plan everything out. I decided, being the idiot that I am, to pretend that I had forgotten my wife's birthday just to make the surprise, well, even more of a surprise. Now you fucked up. So you, with the record of not
Fucking
paying attention to your wife, not remembering your wife, was like, I'm gonna trick her by acting like I normally act. The plan was as follows. My wife wakes up and I don't mention her birthday. She thinks I've forgotten it. She goes to work and I get everything ready. She comes home in the evening after work and ta-da! When she opens the door, I'll be waiting for her with gift, flowers, dinner, and everything romantic I could think of. Sounds like an amazing plan, right? Wrong.
You know that works just as well if you just say, happy birthday,
Happy
babe.
birthday, baby. Yeah.
Yeah, love you, blah, blah, whatever. It's send it in a text, like in the morning, like whatever, like just acknowledging that it's her birthday. You don't have to do anything big. Don't have to give presents, nothing. And just say, love you, happy birthday, hope you have a great day.
Yep. And then all of this could have been avoided. Nothing special happened in the morning. My wife left for work while I slept in. During the day, I got everything ready. And apart from what do you do for work? Got everything ready, and apart from mildly messing up the dessert, everything went real great. Then it was time to wait for my wife to return. She was supposed to get home at 4 o'clock. 4:30, nothing. 5 p.m., still nothing. I was starting to get worried, and I texted her where she was. Around 5:30 p.m., she read my message but didn't reply. I called her, and she didn't answer. I was starting to get extremely worried and texted her if she was okay. That's when she replied. She texted me, opening up about how she couldn't believe I had forgotten her birthday, even after expressing to me she had felt neglected in the relationship and wanting me to put more work into it. I, in all of my stupidity, still decided to play dumb to make the big surprise work. He doubled down.
Double down. You follow Mike advice.
I told her to just get home so we could talk about it. Big mistake. She told me she was done talking and started mentioning divorce. Fuck. That's when I called her and she still wouldn't answer. Then I panicked and started explaining everything to her next. I took pictures of all the things I'd done around the house, the gift, the flowers, decoration, the dinner, everything. I just wanted to surprise her. That's all I wanted. I tried to call her to no avail. She read my messages, and after not getting a reply, I just broke down and started crying. After what felt like the longest wait of my life, my wife comes home. She's crying, saying sorry. I told her it was my fault, and we both just cried and held each other. We spent the night crying and cuddling and eating the dinner I made. She told me it was the best thing she had ever eaten. Obviously a lie. It was mediocre at best and already cold. It wasn't the surprise I had hoped to give her. I'm just glad to still be married to her.
I mean, did she was she at a hotel with another guy at that
Right.
point? Like,
Yeah.
well, this guy knows my birthday.
Yeah, he knew it was my birthday. Yeah, that would be a real fucking surprise. Like, I got tired of all you just forgetting, and this guy, he remembered my birthday.
This was the
And it made me feel beautiful again, so I fucked him. And now, yeah, we can't even have sex because I'm filled up with another man.
I've already he beat it up pretty good. So
Yeah.
it's sore.
I came 19 times because he loves me. For all the concerned people, we are getting help fixing things like I've stated before. I appreciate the concern, but with all due respect, I'm going to take the relationship advice from professionals and not from Reddit. It's weird to have people arguing about my relationship when frankly no one knows the situation we are in. I just wanted to share this story on here with my wife since we already talked the issue through. Still, reading your personal experiences and what you have gone through is so helpful. Please do share if you feel like doing so. Really, the only thing I was thinking about was wanting to surprise my wife and not about how my way of going about it was going to make her feel. My dumb logic was, hey, my wife loves surprises, so I have to make sure the surprise is as surprising as it can be. I never intended to make her feel bad, but my lack of thinking made it happen, and I feel horrible about it.
Yeah, that was just an unforced error there.
That's what my mind shot to when I was reading that. And I was like, yeah, it was somebody remembered her birthday.
Well, and there was like a straw that broke the camel's back. Like, so she wasn't going to cheat. Nothing was going to happen. And then the moment that she thinks that you straight up forgot her birthday, she's like, fuck this guy. I'm getting a divorce. I'm going to go out.
And Jerry at work done brought her flowers and was like, happy birthday.
And that 9-inch limp dick.
Yep. And just, they went at it, went to town. And
He
then,
had the booty hole and everything.
yep, she saw that you did all the flowers and stuff like that. So that's why she broke down, because now that's a secret she's going to have to keep and fuck.
He does love me.
Yeah. Don't do stupid surprises. Don't do surprises where it starts off with you being a jackass. If your surprise starts with you being a jackass, it's not a good surprise.
You're just a jackass.
If your surprise starts off with hurting the other partner's feelings, it's not a good surprise. If your surprise starts with, in any way, your spouse thinking that you're not doing or you're doing something wrong, it is not a good surprise.
If you make them feel bad to do what you're trying to accomplish, you have fucked it.
It's not a good surprise.
All right, so this is the final story of the podcast.
Now, I did try one time to make my wife think that I was trying to play like I forgot our anniversary, but I did, in fact, forget the anniversary. She did forgive me. I was working 12 hours, 7 days a week. Like, I was going through the ringer. I was like, we ain't going to be able to celebrate it anyways. I've been working 12 hours, 7 days a week for like 4 months now. I did feel super terrible about it.
Yeah, and then you learn and you do better next year.
Nope.
No? Just set a fucking reminder in your phone that goes off every year.
That's what I did. I set a reminder the week before that in my Gmail for the rest of my life that will remind me a week before that, hey, you got to start doing something now, buddy.
Yep. I have everybody's birthday that I have to say happy birthday to. I just save it in my phone. Like today is my sister's birthday, so I got the alert this morning. I was just like, hey, hope you have a great day. Happy birthday. Done. And then I don't have to be like, oh, today is the day that it is my sister's birthday. Oops, I forgot.
To err is human. To err making the same mistake twice is just a dumbass thing because it's easily preventable.
All right, so this is a 2DJB submission from D's Nuts. Today I fucked up by doing absolutely nothing.
Sounds like a me thing.
Hey, Mike and Dylan. I love all your shows and honestly can't get enough of them. I actually wish you guys dropped more episodes each week because I find myself re-listening to the same ones over and over again.
That's crazy.
Thank you.
That's wild, man.
Appreciate it.
That keeps me going. That keeps the light inside of me burning.
I've been around since Mike's Felonious Falafel days and couldn't get enough of that either. When I found out you guys had a podcast, I was hooked immediately. This story is about how us guys tend to avoid going to the doctor until we're basically dying. That's the truth.
Not me. I had the staph infection on my face. And what was it like after 4 days? I was just like, yeah, because if this is an infection, then I'm just going to die from it because it's on my face.
I probably would have tried like 10 home remedies before I made it to the doctor. I got poison ivy on me one time. I was cutting down ivy from a tree and it was regular like ivy. but I didn't realize that there was poison ivy that grew up to like the top of the tree. And so while I'm like clearing all this stuff off the tree, I had to get big trash cans to throw them in at the edge of the road. And so I lived like less than a block away from Lowe's. So I drove up there, got the trash cans, or I took a shower and then went up there to get them and then brought it back. And then probably like 6 hours later, I just started breaking out with like all these rashes all over my skin. I was like, I'll be fine. And the next day I went and got, I can't remember what it's called, like Technu or something like that goes on poison ivy. Did that. They just started blistering and all this. And I think it was about a week into it. And the girl that I was dating, her mom's like, you need to go to the doctor. Like, because I had it literally head to toe all over my body. And she's like, you need to go to the doctor. And I was like, it's clearing up. It's going to be fine. And she's like, they can literally give you a steroid shot and it will actually clear up. But like, you're going to have all these crazy scars and shit from that if you don't take care of it. And so I went to the doctor, shot in the butt, and a couple days later I was fine. But I wasn't going to do it.
Yeah, the doctor said because of like what staph infections do, like eventually like a hole forms and it starts like draining out. And she says if it gets to that point while it's on your face, you don't get to leave the hospital until it's fixed because the chances of it going to your blood is so significantly high and you like when it's in your sinuses and stuff like that. So I was just like, fuck yeah, Mike. Because normally, bro, I'll be dying from something. My wrist is 10 ways fucked from Sunday. But I'm just like, nah, it'll fucking eventually, like when I stick my hand out, it just locks behind my bone.
Didn't you say it popped?
There's nothing there. Well, it popped. It feels great now, but it'll still just like that. It'll lock up. And then I can just pop it back out. There's no, I guess, tendons there anymore. There's no cushioning. It's just bone on bone action now. But I'm still like, any day now, it'll just fucking
feel better.
Yeah, it'll be good. And then it won't fucking lock up. Oh, we were playing volleyball and I went for it and I fucking hit it with this hand as it was just coming down. And I'm just like on there. I'm just like, all right, I'm ready to go again.
Peter Griffin. Okay, and this one happened to me when I was a sophomore in high school. I never told anyone about it at the time. I just kept it to myself, being a stubborn teenage guy. I was playing football one day and took a hit from behind from my running back.
Ooh,
that's what they call it.
That's what they call it. Yeah. Yeah, you got a hit from behind. It was a football injury. I got hit from behind real hard.
Continuously.
Yeah, continuously. Like it was a bunch of guys. They were running in and one would hit me and then the other one would hit me and that's why my anus is so fucked up right now.
Apparently didn't open the hole big enough for him to get through.
Football terminology, dude, there is compilations of football terminology that just sounds.
Oh, he just came all over him.
Yeah, when you open that hole up, you got to bust on that next guy. You got to really blast all over him or, he's going to hit the quarterback.
At the time, I didn't think much of it. I walked it off and kept going like nothing happened. But over the weekend, something weird started going on. I started getting this deep pain low in my back, right around my tailbone. Man, you just add into it. Deep pain right around his tailbone. At first, it was just sore, but the pressure kept building more and more every day. Sitting started to hurt. Then standing started to hurt. Eventually, it got so bad that even moving around normally felt miserable. The pain was centered right at the very top of the crack where your tailbone sits, the spot doctors call the natal cleft. I didn't know it at the time, but apparently that's where something called pilonidal disease can happen. Basically, an infection forms under the skin and creates a pocket of pus called a pilonidal abscess.
At least you didn't break your tailbone just for the doctor to be like, there's nothing we can do. There's not a thing we can do ever.
Intelligent design.
Yeah, right.
Well, one day I was in the bathroom and the pressure suddenly reached a breaking point. Out of nowhere, there was a sudden burst from the skin right at the top of the crack near my tailbone. And I mean, a lot came out. Blood and pus all at once. It felt like what I can imagine what a high flowing period feels like. Weird analogy, but.
I mean, and it sounds like the situation resolved itself. Why are you even going to the doctor now?
Just a waterfall of pus and blood.
Delicious.
Content warning.
Yeah, delicious to anybody eating right now.
It honestly scared the hell out of me for a second, but at the exact same time, the relief was unbelievable.
I bet it was, boy.
The insane pressure that had been building in my lower back for days just disappeared instantly. I immediately jumped in the shower and cleaned the area and gently pressed around it until everything finished draining. After that, the pain was basically gone. For the next couple of months, that same spot would occasionally bleed a little bit or drain slightly, but eventually it healed on its own. I never told anyone, never went to the doctor, and just pretended it never happened. Looking back now, I'm pretty sure it was a pilonidal abscess. I'm saying that completely wrong, but I'm not a good word person. That built up and finally burst. At that time, though, all I knew was that something in my lower back exploded and then magically stopped hurting. And that's the story of how I apparently survived a medical issue in high school by doing exactly what guys do best in these situations. Absolutely nothing.
That's right. Were we working together when I fucked up my tailbone?
No, I don't.
So I went to father-in-law's house to feed his cats, and he lives on the top floor of an apartment. So there's wooden steps you got to go down. Now his wooden steps are absolutely known. It's just untreated wood. So when it rains outside,
Slick.
it's like moss. It's literally like walking on glass. And I had it in my brain not to be careful when you're going up these steps. You know these steps are bad.
Not to be careful. Just for the
I go up, I feed the cats, and then I just come down like I'm just king of the steps. Steps ain't ever bothered me. There's no danger in steps. I make it all the way down. It's like the steps that go sideways. There's a flat part. Yep. And then there's like 4 more steps. I hit the first step on the 4 more steps, and I go in the air, land directly on my tailbone. And you could be a man and say, ooh, I took that like it was no. I hit. As soon as I hit, I'm like, ah, and then I like take off running in the parking lot, but I can't bend my back straight because I just fucked up my tailbone. So I'm like hunched over, fucking duck waddling, just straight. I don't know what's happening. It's pouring rain outside, and I'm just, and then I get in the car. I'm like in the car wiggling around. I cannot get comfortable while sitting down. Broke the fuck out of my tailbone. It's like 4 days into this, okay? The pain will not go away. It's terrible. So I'm like, I'm going to go, and I get it checked out, and they're like, yeah, there's a small crack in my ass. Was really funny. The doctor did make a joke on that.
Well, especially because you got no acetone.
Right. And then he's just like, there is nothing we can do. I was like, all right, well, fuck yeah. That's it. I didn't even have to go. And then normally that's why I just don't even go to the doctor, because I'm like, look, if it's a problem, they probably can't do anything about it, okay? If it's not a problem, I didn't even need to go. So chances are, this chest pain is probably gas. We'll find out in the morning if I don't wake up.
Yeah. I mean, that's pretty much my theory on the only time that I've recently went to the hospital was when I literally felt like I was dying and there was no choice. Outside of that, like things like my shoulders all fucked up from last summer still hurts.
How'd you fuck up your shoulder?
Trying to do walking on my hands at the
pool. Yeah.
And used to do it all the time when I was like in my early 20s. And then, gained 40 pounds.
That's where you fuck up, man. That's where you fuck up. When my daughter got into cheerleading, she was doing cartwheels in the living room. I was showing her how to do cartwheels because I can bust a beautiful cartwheel. Even at this weight, if my wrist wasn't, I could bust out a beautiful cartwheel. And I'm sitting there doing cartwheels with her. And then I work third shift, so I take a little 3-hour nap before I go in for my shift. And I wake up and I'm like, oh, my body doesn't work. What's happening? I can't move my body. And then thank God I'm an operator and I just got to watch a guy do hard work. So that was the only saving grace of going to work. Is I even pulled up like a little chair I was sitting on, just lean back and watch him. Some big shit came. He was like, can you help me? I was like, I can't even move my body, bro. Sorry. You just gonna have to work real hard on this one.
Yeah. There's no time that I think even with that hospital visit, I was just gonna like work it out. My mom had her gallbladder removed, and she was like, well, that's the type of pain that I had when I had my gallbladder like issues. And so she's like, I'd just lay on the floor and do this. And so I was just doing that, but I just kept going, like trying to get the pain to go away, and nothing was working. And like, I think I took something and it kind of went away for a little bit, but then it came back like 10 times harder. And my mom's like, do you want to go to the hospital? I was like, nah, we're good. And then I think she came back to check on me like 20 or 30 minutes later. And she's like, do you want to go to the hospital? I was like, yeah. I think I'm dying.
I don't want this to turn into a big thing, like a huge thing. It's already a big thing because I've waited. All right. So it's already like doctors are already going to be pissed at me because I've waited so long.
Well, and I just love when there's like people in the emergency room and they're like not
But
doing anything.
if you pass a kidney stone, you go into the hot. Trust me, when it started, I was eating some chicken in my car for lunch. I had just got some chicken from a gas station, and I'm like, "What is going on? Do I need to loosen my belt?" At this point, I'm like, probably about 210 pounds. I'm like, do I need to loosen my belt? So I get out of the car and I like start stretching and everything like that. I'm like, I'm gonna go use the bathroom. That's when I should have known, because I got food right there. I don't have to use the bathroom. My thought was leave the food so we can go use the bathroom. Something's wrong. So I go to use it, man, and it's just ramping. And I'm like, So I'm like, I'm gonna tough it out. The supervisor just walked in there too. He saw me. He was like, "You all right?" I'm like, "Yeah, man, there's just something going on." I go, and just from stories people had told about how painful a kidney stone is, as I'm walking back to my machine, that shit just jumps up. And I'm like, okay, we're going to the hospital. So I go and tell him, I'm like, yeah, I think my fucking kidney's fucking up or something. I get in the car and I'm like, I am going to, because I was in High Point, I'm like, I'm going to Lexington Hospital, so at least I'll be close to home. It's a terrible hospital. You would much rather go to Thomasville.
Which Thomasville really isn't far from your house either. So like Thomasville's on the way. It's the better choice.
I'm passing Thomasville, and as soon as I'm like, I'm going to wait until I get to Lexington, a pain that is crazy, that it just feels crazy in your mind. Other people have experienced the same pain as this. A pain so bad hit. I was like, we're stopping here. I go into the emergency room, and I don't know what day it was where everybody's just getting fucked up that day. The whole thing's packed. And I'm just sitting there almost in tears, gagging from how painful this is. And I told the lady, and she's like, all right, well, have a seat and wait. I was like, ma'am, I can't wait. It is so painful. And I guess the way I explained it to her, the guy in the back was just like, come on. And he was just a fucking dude about it. And he was like, you're having a man baby. Yeah, a man baby. And I was like, what is a man baby? And he's like, it's a kidney stone. And I'm like trying to sit in the seat, and I can't sit in the seat. And I'm like spinning around in it, man. It's so fucking painful. And then they take me to the back. That's when I found out how powerful Dilaudid was. Because when they gave me that, I'm ready to go back to work. What are you talking about? Like, this is okay. And the doctor even stopped me. He was like, no, because that's going to wear off, and you're going to understand that the fight is not over. Sure as shit. That's why it's good having a wife, because she kept telling me, she was like, just take a hot bath. Take a hot bath. I'm like, hot bath is not going to handle a kidney stone. I'm in pain, girl. I've taken like 60 milligram of Vicodin, and it's not even touched this pain. As soon as my ass cheeks hit that warm bath, I don't know what it is about my wife, and warm baths cure everything. Hot bath cures everything. As soon as I sat in it, man, I couldn't pee for 6 hours because it's all blocked up. My ass touched it. I started peeing. I sinked down. Now I'm just high on Vicodin in a hot bathtub.
Filled with pee.
It was like when that pus popped on that guy, because people will be like, someone hasn't had a kidney stone, because they'll be like, when I started peeing, it was the worst pain. No. You want to pee. When you pee, that's when the kidney stone is over. You want to pee. Because when I started peeing, like when people talk about heroin, that's how I felt.
I guess it depends on how big it is. Because I know a guy at work, he literally had kidney stones like all the time. I was like, what the fuck are you doing with your diet and what you're drinking and eating that you literally are just getting kidney stones back to back to back to back to back? But he would pass big enough ones that it hurt all the way. Like, and I think at one point he ended up having to get them like
Blasted.
Yeah.
Fuck that.
And I was just like, what's going on with your body? Like, and I know that, some of it's not in your control, but there's got to be something you can do to like not create them as much.
Yeah, drink water. Drink water. Because I don't think I touched a sugary drink for a year after that kidney stone.
Not going to do it.
Fuck no, not going to do it. Guys, listen, this has been a rambly ass episode. We love you so much. You wanted some more rambles, even though it was me and Dylan arguing about whether Mike's pretentious or not. He is a little bit, all right. But still, I'm not going to claim
right. He's right. But
that's
pretentious while he says he's right.
Right. Maybe one day if me and Dylan make something beautiful, we do have a script that we're about to start shooting here soon. Maybe if it's like, the third project, it's good, then people can be like, all right, Mike was on to something. But if it's dog shit, then we can be like, Mike wasn't on to something.
I have faith in you. And like, I know, especially when we come together, we can really work really great ideas.
Come together.
That's right. Come at the same time. It's hard to do, time it right. But, I'm a minute man. Mike lasts a minute 30. So trying to get that on the same page.
Trying to sync it up,
But it's not that I don't have faith that we can execute at that. It's just I you know me, like I don't like to be braggadocious about things. And you, like, I mean, everything you encounter, you always are like, it's gonna be the best. We're the best. Like, you know, when we do this podcast, you're like,
the motherfucking
we're
best.
gonna take down 2 hot takes. Like,
I never said that. I've never said that.
You fucking have.
Maybe in an air of like, we're gonna do this. It's not a competition. It's everybody can enjoy something.
And I know, like, but you, and it's cool to like shoot for that. I just never am of like, I'm 100% in the, you know, we can all eat. And so I try to be a little more reserved with the criticism and stuff like that. You are definitely on the other end of the spectrum from me on that, where
I'm very opinionated.
Slightly. I am too, but I'm a little more reserved.
Right. Listen, and I'm going to tell you this now, okay? If we ever made anything good enough to be in the same arena as them and the fucking, what are they, Machete, I can't remember their last name, but they ever was like, we want to work on a project with us, I would be like, hey, you know that military shit and Welcome to Dare was dog shit. You shouldn't even have put it in there. I'm going to tell them that. I don't give a fuck. It's my opinion. I'm not going to change it just because we're in the same arena, you know?
Yeah.
But guys, we love you so much. I hope you enjoyed hearing 2 best friends talk shit about each other for, that had to be a good 20 to 30 minute just off thing that we did. But
people like a 15-minute podcast. We need to get back to that.
Yeah, there we go. We'll give you guys a 24-minute episode next week. We love you so much. We'll see you next time.
Later.